This is your AP Government video on political party platforms. Now, a party platform is basically a list of the policies that the party as an organization believes in, and you can typically find these on a political party's website. Now, most people, even ones who identify as a member of that party, don't really read the platforms. They're long and sometimes they're really vague. They usually, have, let's say, a position on immigration, but they don't tell you in detail which parts of immigration they like or dislike, nor do they say typically how they want to pay for those things. Now, party platforms are not usually read, but they're alluded to a lot. Like, this candidate sways away from their party's platform, or they disagree with party members here and there. This is really true in primaries. In a primary, people are running against a bunch of people from their own party to win the party's nomination. And of course, there you're trying to win over people of your own party. So people that have stuck to the platform tend to do better in primaries. Generally, these hurt a candidate because if you disagree with the party platform in certain ways, then in the general election, when you're running against somebody from another party, they can bring that up, that you're not a true Democrat or you're not a true Republican because you don't believe in X, Y, or Z. Now, party platforms make it really easy for us to shorthand voting decisions. Again, the ballot's really long, people get ballot fatigue, so when you see an R or a D next to a candidate's name, you get some basic assumptions about that particular candidate, and you can now view that candidate as more liberal or more conservative than the other candidate, and that helps you, and you don't necessarily have to do as much research. It also helps you to appeal to a broad number of people in the electorate base. So if a candidate says that they're a Democrat, then you basically understand that they're probably liberal on most of their positions. And that might allow lots of people who identify as liberal to then vote for that candidate. So even if they disagree slightly, we only have two parties. So people who identify as liberal are probably not going to vote for a Republican candidate, and people that generally identify as conservatives might not want to vote for a Democrat. Now, this also helps voters understand contests down the ballot. Lots of people understand who's running for president, even maybe senator or representative or governors. Those are really big positions. But the down ballot races, local elections, where people are running, most of the local elections are actually nonpartisan, which means that there is no Democrat or Republican title next to the candidate. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of people leave those blank, because you would have to do a significant amount of education on your own to figure out which of those candidates are Democrats or Republicans or what policies they like. So just the label of a political party can help voters understand you. We're going to start our active learnings for Unit 5, so go ahead and get out an active learning page. You're going to have 3 questions on this one. The first one is, do you believe that elections would be more democratic if they were nonpartisan? Meaning, should we take the Democrat and Republican labels off of the candidates' names on a ballot? I want you to name 2 benefits of political parties. And number 3, do you believe parties help or hurt the democratic process?